To start off your inner square, you're going to need to make a magic ring or magic circle, whichever you wish to call it. And for this, I'll be doing the chain method. So you're going to start off with a slip stitch. Okay, this is how I do my slip stitch. If you do not know how to make a slip stitch, please go visit my video and I'll put a link of it at the top here. So slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll be working with half double crochets. So you want to go back into that very first chain you did. Okay, slip stitch, and then you want to chain 2 and start your half double crochets. Oops, come on, there we go. You want to do a total of 8 half double crochets all the way around. So what I'm going to do is, because I get confused half the time, I'm just going to go at it. I'm just going to do as many as I possibly can, and I might, think it's up to 12, and then I'm going to count at the top. This is how I know that I've done the right thing. I'm going to count at the top of those V's. You see the V's? That's what I'm going to count. Normally I end off at 11, and then by the time you do your slip stitch, the hook, the loop that's on the hook counts as that final one. So that's how I calculate mine. Okay, I think I've done enough. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to count from the most visible V, as you can see there. Okay, so I'm going to start from there, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like I said, I'm going to end off here at 11, and this loop here is what's going to end up as my 12th stitch. Okay, so I'm just going to slip stitch. Okay, I'm just going to take it there at that very first one, and I'm going to slip stitch. Okay, so once again, from this part that you just did, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's 11. Okay, sorry. And just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So yeah, total of 12, like I said. Even I still get it wrong till date. Because when you're like, include the last stitch, not include the last stitch, all that confuses me. So I just do things according to the way I know how to. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus that last one, 12. Okay, this is row 1. For row 2, you're going to need to chain 2. Okay, in the same hole here, you're going to do 2 more half double crochets in there. So 1, 2, okay. So you're going to skip 1, 2, and in the third one, you're going to go in there. Oh wait, sorry. You need to chain 1, so it's, you do 2 into that first one, and then you're going to chain 1. Okay, you're going to go into that third one and do 3 half double crochets, chain 2, 3 half double crochets. This is called a corner. Okay, now you're just going to repeat the sequence all the way around. So chain 1, count 1, 2 into the third one, half double crochet, times 3, chain 2, half double crochet times 3. Into the same hole. Okay, same thing, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 half doubles into the same hole. Once again, this is called a corner. Oop, here, camera's out of focus. Okay. Now, when you get to the end, you see the hole you started with? That's what you're going to go into. So you're going to go in there and complete this corner here. So we started off with the stitch, the chain 2 that we did counts as a stitch. So technically you're seeing 3 half doubles there. So we just need to complete the corner with 3 more half double crochets, a chain 2, and what I want you to do here is you're going to count from here. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you need to have 3 above. Minus this one, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. You're going to go into this chain here and slip stitch. Oops, come on. My everything's pretty tight right now. Okay, there we go. That should work better. Yes. There we go. And that should complete your second row. We're going to go up another 2 rows to give a total of 4 rows for the inner square. For row 3, it's basically like a repetition of row 2, just slightly different. But I would say this is more of the repeat you're going to do for row 4. So yeah, so back in the same. Okay, so now you've created this chain 2 space here. I would say this is where you're going to start repeating as wide as you want. So this square needs to be able to fit around your bust area. So make it as long as you can always add more rows as much as you want. Okay, so if you're going to add more rows, I do advise you add your rows within the inner circle, and then your last row would be that last color. Okay, if you want something similar to what I did. So there you're going to, so you've chained 2, I believe. Yes, we chained 2. Okay, we're going to go from now on into that chain 2 space from the previous round. Oops, I'm doing a double. It's supposed to be half. You're going to go twice. Okay, half double crochet twice. That first chain does count as a stitch. Okay, you're going to chain 1 into this gap here. So the previous round chain 1. Gonna half double crochet. That very first one is quite tough to do, but it breezes through the other 2. So 3 half doubles into that space. And then you're going to do a corner. Corner is 3 half double crochets, chain 2, and 3 half double crochets. So you're going to have a total of 6 half double crochets in the same chain 2 space of the previous round. Okay, my color is starting to change now, so you can see going from the purple, bluey purple into the pink. Okay, and that's what you're going to repeat all the way around, and I'll see you when I get to around this point. Okay, when I get to the end, and I'll show you how to finish off the square. And I'm back, and what I've done so far is I did this row with you in the corner. So what I chained 3 half double crochets, corner, chain, 3 half double crochets, chain, corner, chain, 3 half double crochets, and now I am going to chain, because now we're at the end, into that same previous chain 2 space from the previous row. We're going to do 3 more half double crochets. Okay, then we're going to chain 2 because this is a corner, and once again 1 2 3. Okay, I'm going to count it again, 1 2 3. Into this space here is where you're going to do your slip stitch. Okay, and that is row 3. We'll be going into row 4 next, which for me will be my final row, because this person is about an A cup, so a total of 6 rows was enough for the bra cup. Okay, for row 4 you're going to basically kind of repeat what you did at row 3. You're going to chain 2 in the chain 2 space of the previous round. Going to half double crochet times 2, so twice. You're going to half double crochet twice, then you're going to chain 1, and in the previous chain 1 space you're going to half double crochet times 3. Okay, this is the 4th and final round for the inner circle. Chain 1, then you're going to half double crochet into that next one, next chain 1 space from the previous round. Okay, now you're going to chain 1, and now we have a corner, so you're going to do a corner. Corner once again is 3 half double crochets, chain 2, and 3 half double crochets. Okay, so you're going to repeat this pattern. So in the next space you're going to chain 1 now, and you're going to, in the next gap here, you're going to 3 half double crochet, chain 1, 3 half double crochet, corner. Corner once again is 3 half double crochets, chain 2, and 3 half double crochets. You're going to repeat that all the way, and I'll meet you back here, around here. Okay, I've gone all the way around, and now I'm back where I started. I'm going to chain 1, and into that very first hole that we went into from the previous round, chain 2, I'm going to 3 half double crochet, chain 2. Okay, once again count 1 2 3. Okay, and into that, the space is where I'm going to go into. Okay, and I'm going to, oh, I just remembered something. This is where we change color. So you're going to insert your hook, and you're just going to release there. Okay, now we're going to change color, because now we've completed our total of 4 rows. Okay, so now we're going to join the black color to this. And to join the black color, let me just get my wool. Hold it the same way. You want quite a long tail, so I'm gonna leave about that much space in between, so you can easily weave in the end. So you want to hold tight at the back. Okay, just kind of like use your fingers to hold it down. Pull through and pull through to finish the slip stitch that you did from the previous round. You want to chain 1, 2, 3. This will be the 5th and final round. Okay, so I know black is like the worst thing to use to like do videos, but it is what it is. Okay, so instead of doing half doubles, I am going to be doing double crochets instead throughout this round. Okay, but still the same thing. So 2 double crochets, and that chain 3 you did counts as a stitch. Now you don't want to do a chain, you just want to go into that next hole, okay, and continue your double crochets. So 3 of them in this space. Oops. Into the next one, 3 double crochets. And into the next one, 3 double crochets. Okay, now we have a corner. We're going to do a corner. Same thing. 3 double crochets. Okay, for this corner, we're only going to do 1 chain. Chain 1. 3 double crochets. Okay, and that's the repeat. So you're not going to do a chain, you're just going to go right into the next one, 3 double crochets, okay, into the next one, 3 double crochets, into the next one, 3 double crochets, and corner. So corner for this is 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochets. So you're going to repeat that pattern all the way, and I'll meet you when I get back to the end here. Okay, I'm now at the end, so no chain, just go directly into the next hole. Oops, let me just make sure I did the double crochet there. If the previous color is like disturbing you, you can just get your scissor and go snip. Okay, remember to leave enough a long enough tail for it. Okay, so now that the tail is gone and not disturbing me anymore, I'm going to go back and continue my 3 double crochets. Okay, so this is a corner, so we're going to just chain 1. I know it's difficult to see, but I'll try. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to go into that space somewhere there. So just count like we counted the other ones. Okay, so we're going to go in there. Okay, slip stitch. And cut off. Remember, once again, long enough tail. Oops. Okay. That's that. Since I did that like little bit of a chain there, it enables me to like tie off my end properly. That's how I do it now. Okay, so I'm going to count how many stitches I have from corner to corner. Ooh, okay, nope. The sun is too bright, too bright. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, you should have about 16 stitches from corner. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, then you will start again from corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this little knobby keys counts as that one stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so you want about 16 stitches from corner to the end. Okay, and then from that corner, from the end, you're going to count again to the other end, and then from that corner, that's how you check it. If you wish to do from corner to corner, then you can do that. You will have 17 stitches in total. Okay, so please feel free to weave in your ends. I ain't doing that because it takes too long. I'm not doing that to myself. No. We're not doing that to ourselves today. So remember, it's a total of 4 rows with the one color, and then your final color for the end would be the 5th row, and it's just 1 row. Okay. To start the triangle, you're going to need to do a magic ring. This is how I do my magic ring. Okay. Then we're going to chain 2. This chain 2 counts as a stitch. Then we are going to do a total of 6 more double crochets. I currently have 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so plus that chain 2 that we did, it's going to be a total of 7 stitches we're going to have in total. Now you're just going to pull on your tail, going to chain 3 in the same stitch underneath the chain 3 we just did. We're going to do a double crochet and another double crochet and a 3rd one. Okay, so that's going to be a total of 4 in that first one. Going into the next one, we're going to do 3 double crochets. This is row 2, by the way. Into the next one, 3 double crochets, and you're going to continue like this all the way to the other side. Okay, I'm going to count my clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Into the last and the 6th row, which is the chain 3 that we did, we're just going to do a single, a double crochet, just one double crochet in there. Then we're going to chain 3, turn our work, and into the next stitch we're going to go 3 times. Again, this is row 4. No, this is row 3, sorry. Row 3. Okay, then we're going to, sorry, mistake, I made a mistake here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to, okay, for row 3 we're going to go into this space here, and we're going to go in 3 times, doing 3 double crochets. Okay, we're going to skip this 3 clusters, and into the space here we're going to do 3 double crochets. Okay, we're going to skip these 3 clusters, and into this space here we're going to do 3 double crochets. Okay, we currently now have 1, 2, and 3 double crochets left. This is our peak. So this is the 3rd one, which is our peak here. So we're going to chain 1, go into that same space. It's like doing a corner, and 3 double crochets. So into this same space here in the middle, you're going to go on this 3rd row, you're going to go 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochets. And you're just going to continue finding the middle of the clusters, and you're just going to go on. Okay, next 3 clusters. Okay, now we're going to skip this 3 clusters, and into that beginning chain we're going to do 1 double crochet. Okay, as you can see, the triangle is starting to form, and we have 1 more row to do. So for the 4th and final row of the colored wool, we're going to chain 3, turn your work, and in this same gap we're going to, it's quite a visual gap, we're going to do 3 double crochets. Okay, basically going to work it the same way we worked row 3, and we're going to go into the next gap. The gaps are now quite easy to see. Okay, 3 double crochet into the next one, same thing, 3 double crochet into the next one, okay, and the peak is also quite easy to see as well. So into that peak you do a corner, which is 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the same space. Okay, we're just going to continue down again into the gap. three double crochets. Into the next gap, 3 double crochets. Okay, and into that very last, very first chain 3 that we did, we're going to do a double crochet. Okay. Now we're going to, oh wait, sorry. Okay, so for the black rim, I just cut my colored wool off. I have my black wool here. And I'm just going to attach it the same way I attach all of my other ones. Okay. If you want to tie this end here and then kind of like do that and then go up, you can. But I'm going to leave my ends for now, so everything is uniform. So for row 5, which is the black row, we're going to do the exact same thing we've been doing this whole time. Okay, so what I did was I chained, that looks like a 2, no, that's a 3. Okay, I chained 3, and now I have 2 double crochets. Currently I need 3, so I'm going to make my 3rd one. Into the next space, 3 double crochets. Okay, same thing as row 4, just with black now. So into the next space, 3 double crochets. And now we have a peak here, so that means we're going to do a corner, which is 3 double crochets. Have I been saying half double? I apologize if I have. My brain didn't just click right now. Chain 1 and 3 double crochets. Into that same space. Okay. Then we're going to go down again, doing the same thing. 3 double crochets into the gap. Okay. Into the next gap, 3 double crochets. Okay, into the next gap, 3 double crochets. And into that very last start off chain that we did, 1 double crochet. Okay. This is quite a big hole, but I wanted to do it to show you. You can do without that chain that we did. It was the extra chain that gives this big gap here. If you don't mind the hole, then that's fine. If you do mind it, then don't do a chain. Okay, but it'll still come out basically the same. And there's the triangle. You want a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this is the layout that we're going to be making the halter neck top. And as you can see, I have a mixed match of colors. You can use scrap yarn, like I said, to do this. So yeah, this is the layout, and what I'll be starting off with first is this bottom layer, and I will be starting off with vertical lines. Okay, so I'll be joining here first. So I'm going to join all of these together to make one long strip. Then I'm going to do the same thing to these two and these two. Okay, and then I will join down here. Okay, and then I'm gonna join these two, this spot together. So that's the layout in which I'm going to join. Then I'm going to join here to there and here to there. So I'm going to show you how to join it, the way I'm joining it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Sadly, I ran out of black wool, so I'll be using white. Okay, so I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see. I don't know yet, so we'll see. So yeah, let's get to joining. So I'm going to take this two first, okay, and show you how to join it vertically. Then I'll be back to show you how to join things horizontally, so that way. So I'm going to start off with those two horizontally, and then I'll go into this, because this is a tricky part here, because these two need to join in the middle of the square itself. Okay, so I'll be showing you 3 different clips in how to join this. So it'll be how to join it vertically, how to join it horizontally, and how to join the triangle to it. Every other thing I'm going to do off camera. Yeah, so I don't make the video too long. Okay, so let's get to joining. Okay, so as you can see here, I have currently done the, I apologize for the noise in the background. I have currently done the vertical lines on the top, and now I'm going to show you how I did this specific join. Okay, so I'm going to take this from here. I'm just going to move this. Also, I have put stitch markers to show where I'm going to start this horizontal join to the other side as well. So I'm just going to take this to show you the vertical join. Okay, so what you want to do is find the previous chain 1 space that we did here. Okay, found it, and you want to go into both loops. Now you're going to find it in the next one, and make sure your work is back to back. So I'll show you what I mean now. Just trying to get both loops of the next one. It doesn't want to agree with me, guys. Okay, so I've gotten both, and what I mean by back to back is, as you can see, you can see the front here, and this is the front on the other side. So you want it back to back. You're going to yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook, both loops. Okay, then you're going to take your end and tie it off. It just makes it easier for me personally. Okay, then I'm going to reinsert in that same place where this knot is, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into every front and back loop. So the front loop, so this loop here, just this one, not the second one, just that one of the front, and the back, just this one of the back one. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go into. So those two is the only ones I'm going to go into, like that, sorry, like that. Okay, I'm going to yarn over and do single crochet. So I call this the single crochet join. And that's what you're going to do all the way down. So just keep doing single crochets, front and back loop, front and back loop. Okay, so that's what you're going to go all the way down. Do one more time. Okay, oops. Front and back, yarn over, pull through, do a single crochet. Doing a single crochet. Okay, so that's what you're going to go do all the way down, and I'll meet you once I get to the end. Okay, so I've gotten to the end here. I know the chain one is quite difficult to see, but I am currently in the middle space, and as you can see, the stitch above that is the last one I'm going to go into right now. Okay, I don't know if you do notice, but there are 2 stitches here, but I think I made a boo-boo somewhere because there's no more stitches left. There it is. Okay, so you always want to end off in that very last stitch. If you skip one, it's all good. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so I'm just going to go into both loops of the last chains there. Okay, I'm going to yarn over and pull through both and end off with a single crochet. Okay, I'm just doing a chain one to make it easy to tie off. Just cut my yarn and then pulling through. Okay, so that's how the vertical join would work. So yeah, now to go into, let me just bring this down. Your horizontal join will be done for this part, and by the way, this is just joining two with the same vertical join, so you would still do the exact same thing here that you would do at the bottom here. Okay, but just this time it's not a cut off kind of situation. You're just going to grab onto it, and then you're going to go through both loops of the beginning of these two here, and you're just going to continue down. Okay, also please try weaving your ends as you go. It does get quite tedious as you go on. I would have used black wool to join this, but like I said, I ran out, so preferably use the same wool that you used to do the outer rim for the join as well. So you're going to do the horizontal join at this point here, and then you're going to do it here as well. Okay, so you're going to have two horizontal joins, and I'm going to show you how to do the horizontal join here, and I'll just finish off this part by myself. Okay, then after that I'll show you how to join this corner. Okay, please place your stitch markers. And how to place your stitch markers for this horizontal join is, if you did the square exactly the same way I did, it'll be quite easy to find the middle stitch, because if you see here, the square has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and 5 is easy to split because right down the middle of the third one is your middle point. So you want to put it in the middle point of your second to the last on the right of the bottom row, and the second to the last on the left as well. Okay, so that's how I found mine, because we have also a total of 16 stitches at the top, so obviously halfway through will be 8 stitches if you do a different kind of square following this count specifically. Okay, so that's how you find your middle space. So you want to put it on these 2 points so that you know where to actually start grabbing at this. I always usually go from my left, from my right to my left, because I'm dominantly right-handed. Okay, so now I'm just going to insert my hook like the way we start every other beginning. I'm just gonna insert the hook and remove the stitch marker because there's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, so I know this is my middle row. Okay, so I've gone in there, and then the same exact thing. You're going to find, the chain 1 of the previous row. So now you're still holding it back to back, as you can see. Okay, then you're going to start the exact same way, pull through both. Let me just move my camera down a little bit. Everything is in shambles right now, but it's okay. I'm gonna insert right back into the same spot, yarn over, pull through with a loop. Okay, and you're just going to go down. It should follow the same pattern, you know. It should all match up still the same. As long as you count your squares as you go and all the stitches at the top is all the same, you're all good. Okay, so you're just going to continue down. Okay, so you're just going to do the exact same thing, continuing down, and I'll meet you when I get to this. As you can see, I know my middle spot here. Okay, so you're going to get to this middle spot and I'll show you how to join it to this little knob there. Okay, so I'm around the middle area here. So from what I counted, okay, let me just show you. Okay, so from here I have 1, 2, 3, right? You also want the same amount at the back. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that means that the middle area should be after the third cluster of this area here. So that's where I'm going to put my middle ones in. So I'm going to go into both loops of the very last one here, which is also one of the chain spaces. Okay, then I am going to go into that gap between these 2 clusters. I'm going to pull through, okay, and into the same space again. So you're going to actually skip this knob here, and you're going to go into the chain space at the top. Okay, you're going to continue. You're going to go into both, and then you're going to go into both here. So just into that next space, which is there, is what you're going to go into. You're going to pull through both, okay, and do a single crochet. Then you're going to continue down again. So now we have half of this, which is fine because now it's half of that. So we're going to complete this 3. So that's 1, 2. Okay, which is right. 1, 2. And somewhere in between there, we're going to join there as well. So I'm just going to continue my way down the normal way, which is 1 in the front, 1 in the back, 1 in the front, 1 in the back. It's only when you're joining things at the ends that you're going to go into both loops at the top. So I'm just going down again. Okay, I'm almost at the middle point, so I might just well just do it with you guys here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm now here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this very last chain space there. Oh wait, sorry. I'm going to go into this one, the whole thing, and into the last chain space here. Okay, and into this next one as well, both loops, and into the chain space here. The same way we did it on the other side. And then I'm just going to continue all the way down again. Okay, so we have a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that's 5 here as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit here, a little bit here. So it's a half and half here, which is completes 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and these two halves here, 5, which should complete the end at the back. So I'll meet you once I get to the end, towards the end here. Okay, so I have gotten to the end here. I'm now at my stitch markers, you can see. I'm going to take out my stitch marker. I'm going to insert into both of those loops and find the chain at the back and insert into both of those loops and finish off. Okay, so finishing off is doing that. Cut. And there you have it. This part has been joined to the rest of the work. You're going to see these little gaps here. What you can always just do later on is do a join to this. So you're going to pass a needle through this way and then come back this way and then, you know, tie it off and then pass it underneath and then weave it in. Okay, so that's what I'm going to end up doing. But as long as these two have been joined, I'm all good. Okay, so now both these sides have been. So if this has been joined to this, and now I have that part completed. Now I'm going to do this part here off camera so you can see what it looks like. Then I'm going to join this triangle to this corners here. Okay, so I am at the end of my top join for the horizontal join, and I have come across a knot on the back. I just want to explain what you do with the knot. You're still going to go in the first loop, or if it was the front, you would have gone in through both. So if this knot was in the front, you would go through into the whole thing. Okay, but in my case, it's at the back. So I'm going to go into the front loop of this and into the whole thing at the back where the knot is. And I'm going to continue. So now my last stitch here, which is the chain space into both. Don't forget at the beginning and at the end, no matter what it is, if it's a normal join or a connection, you still need to go into both loops. Okay, so now I'm just going to finish off my top. And the whole thing is now joined together, so there is no flimsy little nonsense going on around. I'll show you what it looks like. I still have some ends. I'm gonna weave it in after I show you the triangle. 3 camera quality is horrible. This is what it looks like so far. Okay. That's what it looks like so far. So now I'm going to join my triangle to the corner here. And I think I'm going to start from a corner that's pretty easy to see, which is this end here, because this one needs to join somewhere, and that I don't want to do that right now. So, I have to go from right to left, don't I? Flick. Okay. So what you want to do is you're going to find, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and half of that is 5, which is the total we have here. So we're going to, I can't even see the front or the back of this thing. I think this is the front. Okay, let me put it down again. Dang. Where's the front? Oh, there's the front. Okay. So there's my front. I'm going to insert my hook into this very end, which is also happens to be the very top loop of, so this is the top loop of this stitch here. So I'm going to go in there. And then I'm going to go into the halfway point on this end of my work. So I'm going to go in here. That's my halfway point. And then I'm going to join them together. As you join, you go into both the loops, okay, yarn over, pull through, and then you're going to just continue down the row like we've been doing. Okay, so single crochet, front, back, single crochet. Okay, I'm going to continue all the way down until I get to this end here. And I'll show you how to. Okay, so I'm at the end here and I have my corner left. So I'm going to go into that corner and into this, there's this is the join, this is the interlink between both. So I'm going to go into the space here. So into that join there. If you can agree with me, that'd be great. Okay, now that we've joined this section here, it's going to now create an L shape that would lead us to the end here. Okay, so I'm going to end off with this little flappy piece where this joint is. Let me show you what it currently looks like. So when we joined this end to here, it created this curve around this area. If you have ends like this, what you can always do is you can always just tie it up. Okay, so you can tie up your ends and it still links. Okay, so if you haven't cut off your ends, you can always just tie it up and it doesn't look so bad. Okay, so I'm now going to continue. I'm going to loosen this up because it's not an actual end. This is my loop. Okay, so I'm now going to continue. So that's what I was saying about these ends here. Okay, what I just tied up is what I was talking about there. So I'm now going to continue all the way down, and I'll meet you when I get to the end. Okay, so I have added the triangles on the side. This is what it looks like so far. Okay, now I am going to pick a spot and I will add the trim around the edges. So let's see. I would like to do the bottom first, but then I would also like to start from the right to the left, so it looks like I'm starting from here. So I'm going to be starting from this edge here, and I'll go up and I'll meet you. I'll start it off and I'll show you how to go up the triangles as well. Okay, I'm gonna pick on the edge here. And I'll be doing single crochets all the way around. Okay, just tying off. And then I'm gonna do that. And into every stitch, you just go around doing single crochets. Okay. So into every single stitch, you're going to go around doing single crochets. I'm going to go, when you get to the end here, I'll go on and I'll meet you. I'm at the end here. Okay, so when you get to a corner, I'm just working into the actual space itself. So into this actual space here, I'm going to do a total of 3 single crochets into each corner. So when you get to a corner like this, or a corner like this, you're going to do 3 single crochets into that. And then you can continue all the way down again. Still doing single crochets. Okay, and I'll meet you again. I'm at the corner here. I'm just going to go into that last spot there, and I'm starting to go into the edge of the triangle. So I'm going to go twice into this one, so 2 times, and 2 times into the next one, 2 times into the next, 1, 2. Okay, into this space twice as well. Once into the smaller one. Into this in between here, it's quite hard to go into, but I'm going to find a way. Once in there. Into that middle space once. Into the next space once. Okay, and okay, into the next space here as well once. We're going to start the 2 again. So if you notice, I'm going twice into the longer if I may say, strands. So I'm going twice into these longer ones, and if the space is tight, I rather go once. Okay, second time, and now we're leaving out towards the black. Okay, and I'm just gonna go once into that black actually. Actually, never mind, twice. And continue into that chain space. It's quite tough now to go into. and you just want to continue doing your single crochets up. Okay, so that's how it would look. Okay. Once again, it's better, you won't see this many mistakes if you use the same color that you did the outer square with, or the outer rim with. But yeah, you get the logic. Okay, so now back to the end here, and with every corner, I'm just gonna work these last ones with you, and we're back to the corner here. Okay, now I'm going to do 2 because we already did 1 in there, so we just need to complete it with 2. And I'm going to go into the very first, that top, the top. I am seriously trying, there we go. Okay, right to the top, you're going to go at the top of the chain that you did. You're going to slip stitch and oops, tie off your end, cut as well. Okay, that's that corner done, and here is what the outfit looks like so far. Kind of like the white edge actually. I also tied off my disasters that were happening there. As you can see, they're kind of closed up now. So now what you need to do is you're going to make chains. Okay, I do apologize for my horrible camera quality. I actually do not know what's going on right now. I'm trying to focus in and out, and it's annoying. So you're going to make chains to join at the back. This is what it currently looks like at the back as well. Okay, I'm going to fold it this way, and you're going to make like a lace at the back here. Okay, so for this lace you're going to need to do a bunch of chains. So the same way you would normally do any kind of chain. To do your chains, it's like a string of chains. Okay, so that's what you're going to do, and you're going to do a total of 200 chains. Okay, so slip knot, and you just chain, 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 you know, that's a chain. Okay, so you're just going to continue to do this until you've counted up to 200 of them, and you should get a string as long as this. Okay, so this is what the string of chains. Okay, and I'm back. So this is what the long chain should be, and you're going to get ends like this. I have currently, this is how I usually end my chains so it doesn't come off. I make this little knot at the end here. So we're going to do that knot, you're going to kind of do a tie. So it's basically like you're doing a knot. Okay, so you're going to adjust it until it gets towards the end. Okay, and you're just going to pull as tight as possible, and then you snip off. It just makes it more, it gives me hope that it won't come off, you know. So yeah, so you're going to need to do a total of 2 of these chains. because we're going to attach it to the back here. This is the back currently of the dress, of the top. Okay, and this is the top, the neck area. We're going to intertwine this thread. Well, technically it's a chain thread anyway. We're going to intertwine this chain string in between. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few moments. You can pause if you wish to get your chains done. You need a total of 2 of these, and I'll show you how to intertwine for both the neck and the back. Okay, so for the neck area, I'll be doing the neck area first. You're just going to take it in through these gaps that you have here. So in through that gap and then into the next gap. Back and front like you're weaving a basket. Okay, and we have this gap here in the middle. We're also going to take it through the other gap on this side as well. Remember when we did our squares, we had both gaps. Okay, so you're just going to weave it in through each of the gaps like you're weaving a basket. Okay, and then I just like to make sure that it'll piss me off if my strands aren't equal, so I'm just going to pull on that, make sure my strands are equal, and this now becomes an adjustable neck area. Okay, so now I'm going to move down to, you need to do this backwards for this one. Okay, and now for the bottom, or the back per se, you're going to take your other strand. Okay, well, your other chain loopy thing, my brain is mush now, in through the same gap from the top, very top gaps. Okay, now you're going to make sure that it's equal. You need to make sure it's equal if you're like meticulous like me. Okay, then you just lace it through. Okay, so now I'm going, this is how I lace up. Yes, I take it from the top, and then I'm gonna now start from here. Okay, you just go all the way down. So you can see it's making this very nice, intricate, like a shoelace, like you would do a shoelace, yes. Okay, here my last one. It gets confusing. Please make sure you weave in your ends before you actually do this. Okay. And yay, done. And that's the lace. You can always just tie it a little bit just to show you. And that's what the back will look like. Okay, so currently I'm just going to tie the neck area as well, so you can have somewhat of a look of what it should look like. Okay, and yeah, that's the top. That's what it looks like finished. Just gonna move this up a little bit so you can see. Okay, so when you pull on the strings, it adjusts to your neck size, this area here. And yeah, I will now show you what it looks like on my mannequin. And And here is what it looks like in perspective per se. As you can see, there are quite a few holes in between, so what you can always just do is put an inner lining on the inside and you should be fine with it. Or if you don't mind the holes and you just like the aesthetic, then it's all perfectly fine. Okay, and this is what it looks like at the back. As you can see, this top is adjustable. Okay, so it would fit a size medium to large. It would be quite loose on a small. Okay, so it depends on what size you're making it. And yeah, that's the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well.